Awesome. Thank you very much. So hello, my name's Benjamin Fedorik. I'm here with my friend Alden. Kai couldn't make it today. I'm going to talk to you today about the SenseHB network. It's a zero barrier air travel for people with sensory processing disorder. So throughout this presentation, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the Q&A box and Alden will get to them. Next slide, please. So SPD, or sensory processing disorder, is a disorder that many people with various other cognitive disabilities face, such as autism, ADHD, Down syndrome, etc. And these people, they face many hurdles when they're trying to use air travel specifically. So air travel, as we all know, it's a popular form of long-range transit. People with SPD often struggle in these large environments with loud noises, lots of people, such as an airport. And I'm sure anyone who's traveled recently, especially with COVID, would know that air travel is really stressful in general for all of us. These stimuli can initiate a breakdown, just putting them past that tipping point for travelers with SPD, which causes missed flights. Airlines often have to financially compensate these travelers through rebooked flights, accommodations, which obviously isn't ideal. Next slide, please. So the solution is the SenseHB network. The SenseHB network allows travelers to hear important announcements while also wearing noise-canceling headphones. So noise cancellation technology has been proven to help mitigate breakdowns in people with SPD. The SenseHB network allows travelers to equip noise cancellation while traveling in an airport. So what it does is it pipes announcements into their headphones. If they're listening to music to try and block out noise, the music will go down, the announcement will play, and then their music will return in volume. The SenseHB network also is not limited to people with SPD, but it can create a better experience for all travelers. Next slide, please. In terms of some of the technical details, I've created this flowchart. Starting off in the management layer, an announcement would make an announcer would make an announcement, maybe gate agent. It gets sent to a central server. From there, it gets distributed to dongles or distribution nodes spread all across the airport. And then from there, it gets sent into, using Bluetooth Low Energy, gets sent into people's devices, smartphones, smartwatches, tablets, whatever it may be, which gets piped into their headphones. Next slide, please. In terms of the originality of the SenseHB network, it's very original in the sense that SenseHB is the only preventative measure for allowing people with SPD to use air travel. So there's no proposed solutions currently which attempt to allow people with SPD to use air travel comfortably. Currently, what airports use is they use what are called sensory rooms, which are rooms where if someone's having a breakdown, they can go to calm down. But the problem is that is very reactionary. These people are still having breakdowns. We want to stop the breakdowns in the first place. So work has been done already on the feasibility of piping announcements into mobile devices, but through a visual interface, not orally. And that oral aspect is really key to help people with SPD. And like I said, the SenseHB is proactive, right? It stops the breakdowns from happening in the first place. Next slide, please. In terms of execution, the hardware for the SenseHB network is really already in place in most airports. The SenseHB network requires two physical components: distribution nodes and management nodes. The distribution nodes can take the form of existing Wi-Fi infrastructure located across the airport. And the management nodes can really make use of the announcement systems that are already in airports. So whether that be servers or just general broadcasting systems, they're already typically in place. The network could be implemented in an airport by fall of 2023, so that's only about 18 months away. Next slide, please. In terms of the extensibility, although we focused on air travel, the SenseHB network is really extensible. It can be fit to many other settings and environments. We specifically focused on airports, but really you could go down many routes. You could implement this at bus terminals, train stations. You could do it at schools, large workplaces, and really my personal favorite is you could do it on board transit vehicles. So whether that's on an airplane, on a bus, on a train station, allowing to really bring this comfort to people with SPD anywhere that they're traveling. thank you for your consideration. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the Q&A.
Thank you so much. Yes, and please do continue to post comments and questions for all the teams in the chat. Next up is Team 8 with the facial gesture recognition system for accessible driving.